This is Business and Economy Network.
Your joy, your happiness starts with you. You must always make yourself very happy, irrespective of the challenging moment. Welcome to your program. My name is Peter Moche, and you are watching Business and Economy Network. Wherever you are around the world and within Nigeria, those of you in Abuja, Port Harcourt, Ilori, Kano, Kaduna, Sokoto, wherever you are watching in Ghana, South Africa, via the online channels, I want to say thank you so very much. It's an honor presenting this program to you this week. Like I said, your happiness is very key. For the program rundown today, we're looking at companies that have evolved from SMEs to where they are today. And in life, you can also evolve with focus and determination. For program rundown today, for Straight Talk, we have the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of JEDO Investments Nigeria Limited. They are big players in the housing industry in Nigeria. For Special Report, we have First Maximum Point Nigeria Limited. The CEO is on the block. They also play in the agriculture sector, looking at edible oil. And not left out for Spotlight, we have the CEO of PIROTTI Project Limited, also in the housing sector in Nigeria, looking at the housing deficit. All these are small and medium scale enterprise. They have evolved to where they are. It's going to be a deep and incisive sector with you today. Stay blessed.
In Nigeria, the housing deficit currently stands at more than 17 to 20 million units. The housing shortage poses significant threats to security, social health, and economic well-being. To this end, Revolution Plus Property, a fast-growing real estate company in Nigeria, is leading the line in affordable housing all across the country and beyond.
We are indeed honored to play a vital role in bridging the housing deficit in Nigeria by providing homes through innovation, timely delivery, trust, and integrity. These are our core values.
In 5 years of existence, Revolution Plus has 5 offices, 29 estates, 3,600 landlords, over 10,000 direct and indirect employment. Revolution Plus is not just providing solutions to the housing problem in the country, but making housing affordable and within reach of the average Nigerian. Revolution Plus Property, affordable housing.
Having worked in various reputable institutions, gaining the needed experience and building the right capacity, Alhaji Dr. Aliyu Wamako, the Chairman Chief Executive Officer, set up JEDO Investment Company Limited, located in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Nigeria. He also doubles as the Deputy National President of the Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria, REDAN. Alhaji Wamako is in the business of developing comfortable, affordable housing for Nigerians with a special attention to those we call the average Nigerian or the middle income earner. JEDO Investment is of the opinion that contractors and engineers should be blamed on the issue of building collapse, as they are directly involved in the construction of these structures and also determine the qualities and quantities of materials to be used.
You see, later, Real Estate Developers Association, we came together. People of like mind, chief executive of our companies, we came together simply because we want to eradicate this quackery. It is not, I've told you, I'm a trained accountant, but I employ engineers. I have to be honest and dedicated and preserve my integrity for my engineers to work the way it's supposed to do. So the issue of building collapse, it is not an issue of rating. It is the responsibility of Koren, the engineers. Because if there is no cutting corners, there is no fraud, corruption has not eaten into them. Somebody that is expected to put 16 mm because of what he give maybe the engineers, they reduce it to 12 mm. And I think that is the imminent result is collapse of that building, because everything is being measured in the building industry. What you put on, how many tons of iron rods, how many tons of sand, how many tons of cement, how many tons of gravels, what are the weight of the zinc and the wood that you are going to put on the house. It all matters. So the structure of the house has to be maintained as in accordance with the engineering provision. And if there is anything wrong from the engineering supervision, that is what is bringing the collapse of most of this building. So it is the engineering that has to do their job, or some of the contractors who cut corners alongside with the engineers, and that is corruption. As you rightly mentioned, the Land Use Act is obsolete. It is very difficult to repeal it. Maybe you don't know how they repeal this Land Use Act. You see, there must be a 2/3 majority from each state assembly before this Land Use Act is being repealed. And you should also take into cognizance the governors, land is wealth. And the governors are interested in this land. So they will never allow that thing to be repealed nationally. That is the truth. It has been there since 1978. It's obsolete, really, but to repeal it is difficult. Because before you can get a 2/3 majority in a state, you have to get the consent of the government. And it cannot be possible. Otherwise, it shall be repealed by now. Everybody knows it is obsolete. It is not a new case. It's obsolete, that is true. But it's the reality on the ground. You see, as we are Nigerians, if you call somebody or you influence somebody to work, he will be thinking of what he's going to get, not what is going to be the right thing for him to do. You give responsibilities. You can't do everything you alone. You must give responsibility to other people. And if the responsibilities they fail, you are the one who fail. So the issue of managerial skills must be something that you do it day to day. Are you getting better? To be able to accomplish and maybe override some of those things. But the true situation is that so many people you give trust, they tally around with the trust, and they didn't give you back what you give to them. I went for a loan with an EDL loan, estate development loan from Federal Mortgage Bank, which successfully I delivered and exited, and I paid them off. You can't go into a project of that magnitude and you will expect to go empty-handed. And that is the basis. And believe me sincerely, whatever you do, if you have integrity, you are honest, you deliver. That is the watchword. You must be honest in your dealings. No matter what, if you are honest, you will deliver. Because honesty does everything. Honesty creates trust. Honesty creates integrity. Honesty gives you the whole truth.
First Maximum Point Industries Limited, producers of one of Nigeria's finest edible oils, relocated in Akure, Ondo State, Nigeria. Mr. Olaitan Abolanrewa is the Chairman Chief Executive Officer. The firm was founded on a strong passion by the CEO to impact people's life, also to bridge the gap and provide sustainable value chain in the agricultural sector. In the chat to the Chief Executive Officer on the involvement of government in infrastructural development, the CEO pleaded with government not to relent in using taxpayers' money judiciously, especially in constructing roads and other necessary infrastructures for the well-being of citizens and their businesses.
It's not only our own company. As I was telling you the other time, if issue of power is solved in this country, nobody will look at those who are in the government, whether they are stealing money. Because there are a lot of things you can do. Every month alone here, we are still enjoying power. At least we are enjoying between 12-15 hours a day. Upon that, we are still buying diesel of nothing less than 90,000 liters or 60,000 liters a month, depending on what we produce. So if the issue of power is solved and the infrastructure is in place, good road network, and funding of a single digit that can meet the demand of the country. As of today, we have a farm in Edo State. We have farms where we planted cocoa there. And our vision is to have palm plantation, which we are planning. And we are in a partnership with a cousin of mine in Kwara State. We have a land where we are clearing for cashew nut. It's my brother, so we are in a partner at least to encourage. He's a young guy. Encourage them to go into it. Because don't let me deceive you. Without agriculture, Nigeria goes nowhere. And thank God, what is even happening in the world now is even good. Everybody are now using electricity to charge your vehicle overseas. Who will buy your oil? So maybe we will now have the direction of what we are looking for in the country. Only 5 commodities in this country can turn this country around. 5 can turn this country around.
Name them.
Cocoa, palm tree, cashew nut, soya bean, shea nut, all this, and cassava. Even as it was not even properly planned, we are the largest producer of cassava in the world today. Was it properly planned? Was it harnessed? Was it controlled? We need a good statistical record of industries. What is your capacity? At what capacity are you producing? What is your limitations? Then good security system is very key. Because there is nothing we want to do. If there is no security, you can't do any expansion, you can't do anything, you can't move anywhere. But in the last 1 week, I think the government is doing something about security. It's improving now. But we are not yet there. They should do the needful for the security. Let me tell you the simple explanation. The country of 200 million population. What is the concern you have? Even with all what we are still producing, people are still smuggling oil into the country. Nigeria has a very big market. We are just a country where we refuse to tap our resources, harness it to the benefit of our people. Palm tree, we are still planting. What we still have is still less than what Nigerian capacity required. But unfortunately, some of this substandard oil smuggling into the country affect most of these people because it will be very cheap, extremely cheap, and destroy, but nobody cares about quality. Because these are the work of the SON and NAFDAC. They have to monitor to ensure that the quality of oil that is going into our Nigerian people, because at the end of the day, it will be affecting, it will affect the health of the people. And if it does too, government will be spending more money. If they are those who are even producing locally, what they are producing is not even enough to match. So the so-called competition, let the North continue to produce, let the South continue to produce, let the Southwest to continue to produce. The more the merrier. The more the merrier. Because the country, we need all these industries. How many people have we employed in aggregate? What is the point? In the macro level, how many? An agric alone can solve the problem of unemployment by 50%. I'm saying it loud and clear. We are the biggest refinery vegetable oil in Ondo State. We have other ones, but we are the biggest. And you can also testify to yourself, you see how the road network was bad. And I know in Ondo State today, they cannot count 10 factories before they will count us. Working. We're not saying the moribund one, the factory that is working, employing people. When they are talking of produce in the state today, those who grade to the state government, we are one of the people who paid highest. The records are there in the Ministry of Agrics. They know it. The Ministry of Environment will take their own money. Commerce will take their own money. Inland Revenue will come and meet us. You have not paid this. They will take their own money. See where we are. Very bad road. And the road is not meant for us alone. If they have opened up this place, it links from here, links to Lara, also goes to Ondo, by the way, from Apono. If there was a day when this Ondo to Akure was blocked, everybody are passing that through bad road to this place to come to Akure. If they have done it, that would have been a very good alternative road. And it always decongest people going to the city. If guys are going to Ondo, that road is open up. There's nothing you are going to do in Akure than to go to Ondo, your Ondo Street. And if the road is done, many other industries will be springing up along the road. As we are saying today, bakery factory is there, and hotel is here. We are here. There's a ethanol factory there. And governments are aware of this place. When they are coming to campaign for us, they pass this place. They came to the remote area here to campaign. Both the former governor and this one that is there. They came here. But once they have got to the office, maybe there is a pressure of work on their hand. They have forgotten us. What we do is that in each department, we have what we call a succession plan. That we categorize the supervisors, we have the managers of managers. At the weekend, what we do is that we call them, we start them now. What are your challenges? This is the way, what is the new technology we have on ground? This is the way you can use it. Then we send them, some of them to this training of ITF and so on, because we are keen to it. And all those programs that SON or NAVDAC call for training, for this thing, we sent our staff there to go and be trained.
Architect Abdullahi Suleiman is the Chief Executive Officer, Project Supervisor, PIROTTI Projects Limited, located in Abuja, Nigeria. The firm started a few years ago with the primary aim to bridge a gap and provide real-time solutions to the challenges of engineers not being able to replicate designs by architects for projects. Also to quench the strong desire to do something different from the usual in real estate development in Abuja and northern Nigeria. In a response to how he relaxes, Architect Suleiman says humans can only manage themselves as we all have same 24 hours daily. We must all build our businesses around areas of interest, which will naturally not stress us in return.
You can't find time because everybody has 24 hours in a day. The most important thing is to manage yourself, because you can't manage time, but you just have to manage yourself. You have to schedule, you have to have interest in what you're doing. The thing, I believe maybe it was Mark Twain, I can't remember, said, if you like what you do, you don't have to work a day in your life. So if you build your business around your interest, it doesn't stress you. It comes naturally. You find time to do, you have pleasure doing it. So PIROTTI Projects basically sells architecture, not building. Whenever you come into contact with our product, it resonates with you as a human being, because that is what architects are trained to do. A lot of people don't understand what architects do, but really this is what architects are trained to do. We're meant to provide solutions, provide spaces, adequate spaces for all human activity, And I think what we have noticed right from the onset is that the architectural element is missing in real estate industry in Nigeria. And that is exactly what we are trying and what we've been addressing.
You cannot run away from the shadow. Yes. Oh, yeah. Stop there. How? Where do you think you're going? Huh? Like I told you, I am your shadow. Pay me my money. Sorry, landlord, I'll pay you your money. Someone for me.
Are you not tired of being a tenant? At Revolution Plus, we offer affordable housing in our 29 estates across Nigeria. Contact us now on +234 906 000 0991 or visit www.revolutionplusproperty.com. Revolution Plus Property, affordable housing.
Well, Via, this is how we permitted us on your program this week, and I believe it indeed has been very, very educative, incisive, and you must have learned a couple of things. I want to say thank you so very much for all of you who have called in, those of you who have sent in letters, also criticize us. It's for us to serve you much more better. And I want to thank God for what we are doing using these various platforms to educate you on happenings in the Nigerian economy. Tomorrow, they say, is another day. On behalf of Production Crown, I want to say thank you so very much. But remember this: focus, determination, perseverance will always take a man or a company to the top. Be focused, be determined, persevere the storm. Definitely you smile at the top. See you next week.